Day 3 of the JEA corruption case with two top executives on trial. Happening now, a pivotal moment called historic and at the core of Jacksonville's largest fraud case ever. Tonight wraps up the first week of trial for two former JEA executives accused of conspiring to steal millions through the sale of JEA. And our Renata DiGregorio is on your side outside the federal courthouse to bring us this live report. So Renata, let's talk about this important point that we've gotten to in the trial tonight.
Yeah, Anthony, what's happening now in the trial is what the indictment says led to their conspiracy charges. Again, according to the indictment, we know that Aaron Zahn, the former CEO, and former CFO Ryan Wannemacher are accused of lying to push the sale of JEA. Now, today the court watched videos where they recommend that the utility be sold. It's important to remember, though, as defense attorneys have said, recommending the utility be sold is not in itself illegal. So we do know that. They watched many videos today. They went through a lot of information, but more of the important parts that they went through right now is, as for accusations, they lied that JEA was financially in a bad spot. If you remember, yesterday we heard testimony from the CEO before Zahn, who said JEA was in a great financial shape when he left and then Zahn take over. Today, we're shown videos from months later where Zahn is discussing with the board options to move JEA forward, and selling it is presented as the only option that would not lead to the utility's decline. What happens next? The JEA board voted in July of 2019 to move forward with the first steps of Zahn and Wannemacher's plan that involved selling JEA. So after this, the city council members began looking into the incentive plan that the prosecutors claimed the two men were going to use to make millions in payouts. Who came up with the idea for that plan? They were asked that question. We'll get to that answer a little more coming up. Renata DiGregorio live at the federal courthouse. First Coast News on your side.
Renata, thank you. And First Coast News will be covering this trial from gavel to gavel. Follow along in the First Coast News app. Just look for the section titled JEA Corruption Trial.